Welcome to Half Past Broke, where the dreams are big and the wallets are smaller. I'm Walker.
And I'm Eric, and today we have along the same lines of our usual format as far as the alcohol consumption goes, but we're taking it to a different style today. We're doing wine. So Walker, why don't you go ahead and tell me what you are drinking? Have you opened it yet?
I have not. I don't even believe I've had this wine before. It's called Bully Hill Goat White Wine, and the label's a goat.
Is Bully Hill by you?
It is Hammondsport, New York, which is about an hour away from where I am.
Okay, cool. That's about.
But you got to go around lake, so it takes a little longer.
This is South Jersey made. I have what town is this made in? Shamong.
Whereabouts is that?
It's right in South Jersey in the Pine Barrens. So like right off the Parkway somewhere. So
okay.
Probably I want to say maybe 45 minutes from me. I don't know. I've never been to the winery, but my liquor store has a really cool thing and it has local wine. So I was just going through all of it. It's a really cool label and everything.
That is really cool. I like that.
It's called Jersey Devil Forte. This motherfucker is 19.5% alcohol. I have an idea.
Mine's 11.
Of what is it? Yeah. I have an idea of what I think it's going to taste like, but I don't know about anyone who listens, but I don't know a thing about wine. I know red and white.
I have a question I can ask you that maybe the bottle will be able to help you with the answer. Is it a sweet or a dry?
It doesn't say on here, but I did read a couple reviews, and they said it is sweet.
Oh, okay.
Which I was expecting more of like a robust, dry flavor from it. So without further ado, let's watch me struggle to try to open a bottle of wine.
Let's crack these bad boys open. I actually have a wine bottle opener, so
I don't. I have a Swiss Army knife. So you're definitely gonna hear from Walker.
Don't punch yourself in the face because that's.
I'm going to. I'm like, there'd be blood everywhere. I was just thinking about that. I'm like, and I'm wearing like a white T-shirt and opening red wine.
I'm wearing a red T-shirt. I'm wearing a red T-shirt opening white wine.
Oh my goodness! How does
this even happen?
What am I supposed to be doing here?
You screw in the cork, or you screw the...
No, I know that, but what about like the plastic on the outside?
Oh, take the knife and just... Okay, so look, watch me. Do exactly as I do, Patrick. So, well, I got a little knife because that's all it's for. You see the rim around the top? Take your finger, find like the little lip right there.
Yeah.
Put your finger up against the blade like that, and just twist it around the thing so it's like cutting into the plastic, and it just pops right off. Unless you see a tab. Hang on, look on the other side.
Yeah.
Is there a little gold tab right there? Grab onto that and just pull.
No, it's not a gold tab.
It's or just silver, whatever. But if it's like a little like square thing sticking out, like if you grab onto that, it'll pull off.
No, I don't want to talk about this anymore. I'm having way too much trouble with this. How do middle-aged women? I think I got it. How do middle-aged women just rip these? They're like rip it open with their teeth and shit.
Now a general expert would take this cork and smell it and say, "Yes, this is exquisite wine."
Ew. All right, here we go. We got it. We're doing it, Peter.
But I'm one of those people. I drink beer more than wine. I do appreciate a good wine, but this cork, I don't care about it. So.
You're not going to build a life raft out of them?
I don't know if they can support my fat ass.
Okay, so now I got the plastic off.
There you go. All right.
I have for all those people who like never, everyone has these. Everyone has like Swiss Army knives.
Yeah, with four of them.
With a bottle opener. And I'm telling you right now, I thought I would never ever get to use this as a bottle opener.
You're welcome.
So what do I do? Go right in the center.
You just push and start twisting until it sets, and then you just like twist like you would like a regular cap, and don't like crush your hand. Oh
So
god, I'm
going
gonna see you end up in the hospital with this. Don't break your
Why is
nose.
this? What an absolute piece of shit! This moves both ways. How
Oh
is that
yeah, mine
safe?
does too.
What? That's not safe. That's not even
Yeah,
like.
yeah. If you like open it too fast, it goes both ways. I think it's for the extra drunk wine drinker, so they can like do it when they're sideways.
All right. So what do I just
Just
pull?
just pull. Don't pull too hard though, because that thing will bust. Just give it a little couple twists. Try to like loosen it up. Don't. Come on, man. You go to the gym.
No, I'm like afraid to pull it too hard. If this motherfucker's in there.
Just pull. Just pull.
Yeah. Am I just like just rip it?
Yeah, like you.
All right,
That worked out better than I expected.
No. That's what I was afraid to do. I was afraid to like pull it and have it like slip or punch.
I saw you like dodged your own fist.
Yeah. I've never opened it like that. I usually have the the one where you screw it in and you just crank the arms down and it just.
Oh, I got one of these ones where like it grabs onto the edge of the lid, and you have the thing down. And you go like this. The thing grabs onto the lid, and you go like that, and it just pulls the cork right out.
Yeah, I'm used to something like that. So I didn't know how much force I was gonna have to put in there. But all right, so now that we're like 45 fucking minutes in to the video,
yeah.
and I just got the bottle open.
I will say this: what glass are you drinking out of?
Ooh, I don't know. That smells very, very, very sweet. Just a pint glass. What do I look like? I got wine glasses laying around.
I have way more. My mom's a wine drinker, so I always end up with some. All right.
Honestly that's the only reason I've even drank wine is because my mom drinks wine, and when times are tough, I just take her like drink her wine. She's like, "Are you drinking my wine?" I'm like, "Fuck, yes, I am."
I'm pretty sure every mother does. All right.
All right.
I got mine all poured.
Ooh, wow, that's like
dark. Yeah.
No, it's like. Let's see. Now.
You gonna cheers? Cheers.
No.
Go this way. Cheers.
Cheers.
That's a lot sweeter than I expected.
This is almost too sweet. Like,
oh, is it? Is it like a dessert wine? What is it like? Okay, so it's like, is it grapey or does it have like other fruit tastes to it?
It's grapey, but like, it's very sweet. There's none of that like dryness that I like in a red wine because
you get that like that little like throat feeling.
Yeah, there's really no burn. There's like an awkward taste to it, and then it just tastes like cranberry juice. Not cranberry juice. Probably, yeah, maybe a little bit of cranberry in there.
Drop an ice cube in there; it'll dilute it a little bit. That's what I do with sweet wines.
I'm here to review the product, not try to make it good. You
know? Okay, so honest review. What would you say?
Here, I gotta sit through a little more.
Okay.
Do we got other shit to talk about while let's sip on some wine.
We'll give an honest review at the end of this. Okay, so we'll drink this wine while
we'll be talking about it all the way through. Well, anyway. I just want to like have more than one single sip.
Yeah. Oh, how's Life is Strange going?
Life is Strange is going pretty good. I just have to stream the final episode of Life is Strange, the first one. So I streamed episode 1 through 4, and now we just got to do 5. And on the Steam summer sale, I picked up Life is Strange 2.
How much was it?
So now, 25.
Awesome,
maybe. But it's not fully out yet. You know that they released the episodes. Yeah. So I paid for all 5 of the episodes. Basically pre-ordered them. Like, so I bought episode 1, 2, and 3, and I pre-ordered 4 and 5 for $25. And it was something I needed anyway because I'm doing the whole series. I am doing Life is Strange 1, and then I'm doing Before the Storm, and then I was planning on doing 2, which is I caught it on sale, so I just bought all of 2. So now I have everything that they've ever made.
No, was Before the Storm kind of like a Like
Prequel,
a
yeah.
prequel to the second. Okay, so is it like a
Yeah.
full on game or is it kind of shorter?
I don't know. I think it's the same thing. I think it's 5 seasons, but it
Okay.
takes the only thing I know is that it goes over Chloe and the missing girl, Rachel, in the first one.
Mm.
I think it's their friendship. And then Life is Strange 2 is just completely different, like just completely different characters.
Oh boy. Okay.
So I don't know. We'll see. It's pretty cool. I always like them. I like the games. They're really cool to just chill out to, because they're not like that intense. Like they're visually intense and their storyline intense, but it's not like physically demanding to play. Like when I play ESO, I'm like, whoa, let's fucking go, boys. You know, like I sometimes it's nice to just chill out and watch.
Yeah, it's nice.
It's basically like a movie, and you make choices and stuff. It's cool.
Like Bandersnatch.
Whoa, was that
The Black Mirror movie.
Yeah, I never saw that.
You gotta watch it. I think it's still on Netflix. You said I would if you said ever had a chance to sit down and for a couple hours, do it. It's awesome.
Do I have a chance to sit down for a couple hours?
I mean, do you?
Oh yeah.
I don't think either of us really streamed at all this week.
No. No, we didn't. This week went by really fast actually. Now that I'm thinking of it, like
Oh, I know. I couldn't even catch up.
I usually don't do much during the week, but every day I've been going to Liv's house to, let her puppy out because she just got a new little baby beagle. So I've been going over there every day to let it out of the crate and bring it outside to go to the bathroom. So I guess like having a sense of purpose. I'm like, woo, I drove across town 5 times this week. My fucking, it's tough being a working man, Time flies when you're really grinding. Like I didn't do anything. I drove across town once a day. But but instead of like that's obviously enough for me to make the week go fast. So
Yeah.
how's are you getting a better taste for the wine now?
Yeah, I'm on my second glass actually. I was like, your story intrigued me so much. I finished my wine. I had needed to go for a
Really?
second
Which
glass.
story? I don't even remember telling the
The
story.
beagle, man. I was just captivated by the
I
beagle.
understand. Aren't we all?
I never got to see it when I was down there. You guys got it after I left.
Yeah, the day you left at 3,
Mm-hmm.
3 p.m. on Sunday, and we picked up Winnie at 6 p.m. on Sunday.
Oh, I just missed it.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, just so side thought. I wonder if it would taste good with a fruitiness of vape.
Vape pairing. That's like the ultimate, like, oh my god, that's like the ultimate like hipster douche thing. You should do like beer vape pairing videos.
It doesn't taste too bad, actually. It does add a little bit of flavor to it.
What flavor is the juice?
It is mandarin guava. It's mango, tangerine, guava, and menthol.
Ew, menthol?
Yeah, it's not that strong a
Oh,
menthol. Like I hardly even notice it, honestly.
really?
Yeah.
Eh.
Yeah, like it's like a little bit of coolness, but I'm just so cool it doesn't even notice it.
Well, okay. I'll let that one go. So when would you drink your wine? What would you have your wine with?
Honestly, like like I said, I've drank wine before with my mother. My mom like used to take me on wine tours a lot. And according to this, it says okay, this is according straight from the bottle. It says with enticing flavors of apple and pear. Goat White has a fruity nose, crisp flavor, and a soft, balanced finish.
Oh my god! I actually know what all that. Oh, hold on. Doesn't that mean so a nose is when you sniff it?
Yeah,
right?
and
So
it gives you like that, like yeah.
And then whatever the middle one was, the taste. That's when you drink it.
The crisp flavor is like that sharpness, that kind of like
yeah.
And then the balanced finish is like like the aftertaste, basically.
Yeah, cool.
And it goes on. This is a sensational, unique, and easy drinking. Yeah.
That's it?
No, I thought I was gonna say more, so I put A in there for some reason. Enjoy with grilled seafood, poultry dishes, and salads. It is.
I can definitely get down with that. I really like the fruit aspect.
I could definitely see myself eating this with like a Caesar salad, honestly.
Really? I'm thinking more like the seafood. I kind of associate white wines with like seafood, like
Yeah,
shellfish,
I
and
guess, I guess with seafood because like I grew up like or not grew up. I've spent 4 years like right next to the ocean, so a lot of those places like pair IPAs, and they're a little less like winey and a little bit more beery. So like I guess like a lot of my seafood experience is with beer. So that's kind of where I come from with that.
I think most of my I see. I've never paired like I've never sat down and said like, oh, I'm gonna eat this. Let me make sure I have this to drink. But it's something I'm like really interested in doing in the future,
Yeah.
just to really maximize the flavor you're getting from both your drink and your meal. You know?
Yeah, and honestly, like a lot of the breweries and wineries near me, and probably near you. I mean, I think you told me earlier there was a lot more wineries than you expected.
Oh, there's wineries everywhere. I don't even understand how.
We should
They're everywhere. There's so many wineries.
we should do the new tour, the New Jersey, New York tour, new tour. Get it?
Wow.
Yeah,
That'd be
and
like that's that would be such an outrageous amount of wineries and
well, I'm
breweries.
not saying all of them, just like maybe
Everyone, every single
It's
one.
our bucket list. This show will never die until we hit every single winery and brewery
Oh,
in the area.
we'll die first.
My liver's already failed.
Yeah. Mine's like, stop, Eric. Please. Give me a goddamn break. Oh, you're a champion. There's no quitting at halftime. I hope 30's not. I wouldn't be too bummed out if 30 was halftime for me.
Mm,
That's me. I'd take that, live to 60 years old, and then I really wouldn't get to reap the benefits of being an elderly person, though.
what, bitching at
Like,
people and not getting in trouble?
that's me and Liv were just talking about today, and well, she was saying some really funny shit. She's like, being an old person's sweet. Like, you can literally do whatever the fuck you want, and people are just like, oh, they're just old. Oh, you can drive however you want, crash into shit, and be like, oh, they're just an old person. It's fine. You just like be a complete dickhead to everyone. I'm like, oh, they're just old. It's okay. You just get away with everything, and you get senior discounts.
Speaking of great old people and people that have passed away, because we're talking about halfway points, a little bit on death, a little bit on wine. I'm gonna tie it all in together.
All right, let's see where this ends up.
I was looking up pairings, and one of the things that showed up was what wine goes with Captain Crunch, and that was said by a man by the name of George Carlin, if you know who that is.
Yeah, comedian.
Yeah, I love George Carlin. Yeah, I love his act and everything. So I looked it up, and I wish I still had the page in front of me. And okay, I do actually. It's right here. Um, there's a whole article that someone did, and they have a cereal and wine pairing for it. So
I can get down with that.
so I guess this guy like his it's called Wine Folly. I don't know if you ever heard of it. They're really good.
No.
Like, it's a really famous like upstate New York kind of writer. It was written by Constantine Frank, Dr. Constantine
Oh,
Frank.
really? No way, really?
Yeah.
I have no idea who he is. I've never heard of him.
But so he's the guy. He's the guy that basically wrote the book on how to grow wine grapes in upstate New York, like northeast climate in the U.S. And he has this thing called Wine Folly or whatever. And I might be completely fucking wrong. I just happened to see his name on this website, and I thought he wrote a book called Wine Folly at some point. So, with that being said, there's an article on winefolly.com called Cereal and Wine Pairings. And some of the findings, I'll read through a couple, is Riesling pairs with Captain Crunch. Lucky Charms is Riesling, Zinfandel, or Ruby Port. Captain Crunch is Ruby Port. And Choco Chimps, I don't know what the hell those are.
Choco Chimps. Fuck yeah, that sounds like something I want to eat.
I never heard of it. They look like Cocoa Puffs.
Are they knockoff Cocoa Puffs?
They must be. And
yeah.
so and
I'm
like
with
it pairs with some like two wines, Madeira and Ruby Port. But and then like it has like a whole like description on like, yeah, this is why these go good together. Oh my god.
What happened?
I just found the label for the Choco Chimps thing. Hang on, I'm gonna send it to you. And
All right, I need it.
I'm gonna see if I can get it up on the page right now, like as we're talking.
Okay.
What the hell is it?
Oh well, I was looking a little more into the wine that I have. It's called the Jersey Devil Forte, and I actually learned something. I was expecting to learn a lot from this episode specifically because I don't know shit about wine.
Yeah.
But I did learn that people are like, oh, it's port like, and people are calling it a port. But then I was, you know what is a port? What the fuck is port wine? So I looked it up, and port wine, I always thought of like, I associated it with like ships and like cargo ships and everything, but it's actually port. It just means from Portugal, and it's grown in like certain provinces in Portugal, which to me that would make this not a port because it's made in New Jersey.
Oh, so I just totally cut off your face. I wanted to get that up there. That is Choco Chimps.
I can't see it.
I sent it. I put it on. I put it.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant you.
That image is amazing.
Ew, they're like, let's get the most realistic monkey we can.
It looks disturbing.
But while you still know it's
okay.
amateur.
Look at it. Look at its hands, and tell me it doesn't look like this kind of motion right now.
You're fucked up. That's bad. That is bad. Yeah, I've never heard of that cereal. I'm pretty interested to know what pairs with it though, so I know what to never have.
I'm never eating that cereal just from looking at that logo.
Yeah, I'm good. I hope everyone was actually able to see it. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, it popped. I popped right up and I put
chocolate chimps.
Chocolate.
Like what is that? Like what is? They're like, just put an adorable monkey on it. People want to eat it.
Oh man.
I'm
sorry, I totally cut you off. And like you were saying, like how you're like really enjoying having to do this particular episode because you wanted to know more about wines and pairings and stuff like that. And this has not only helped with like the wine pairing thing, but it got me thinking about like beer pairings, which we'll get to some other time.
That's what I'm interested in. But you know what? For beer pairings, I feel like a lot of it is subjective. Like wine, you drink a wine and you're like, this is a dessert wine. You know, like this will go well with this.
Well,
I
that's
feel
not
like
necessarily
beer is a lot like to me any beer can go with a meal.
Yeah, but would you really want a chocolate stout with like a sour tasting, like a lime filled meal? Like that's like brushing your teeth and then drinking orange juice kind of thing.
Well, if you're going to those extremes of the spectrum,
I'm just saying,
but
it can be wrong.
But a fucking IPA is gonna go with a burger just as well as a stout or a fucking lager. You know, like it all depends. Like when I say it's subjective, I mean for me personally, like if what season is it? What's the temperature out? What, you know, like where am I? Am I on vacation? Am I just going to Applebee's? It's very subjective.
You know, and I like the way you bring up like how hot it is and everything. I think beer pairs more with weather and season than it does with food. Like you pair beer with like mood, season, stuff definitely. Like that. Like as far as food goes, like my wife actually like wrote an entire list of, and it's sitting on my fridge over here, but oops. My wife wrote an entire list of bad beer pairings. She went and looked for the absolute worst pairings you could possibly do with beers. So, eventually, I would like for both of us.
Are we doing that? Are we doing them?
To try these bad pairings? So I was kind of hoping this episode would be the episode that we talk about that. Eventually, I would like to do for us to have like, you know, maybe like spend 10 minutes trying a couple bad beer pairings and giving our honest review of like these ideas. And I'm hoping that with the Discord in place, we'll have a chat room set up for specific, or like a forum set up specifically for suggested pairings with beer and wine and liquor.
You know what? I don't need that. I don't need that bullshit in my life. I don't need.
Oh, you're gonna do it. I'll do it. I don't need you. I'll do it.
Mayonnaise and vodka. Mayonnaise and vodka. You know, I don't need people being like.
Well, I'm not talking about combining them. Okay,
hot sauce and fucking porter.
Okay. So by the way, I'm pairings and mixing are two different things. Pairings is when you pair one thing with another thing. It's not
Yeah, I know.
throwing all the
fucking
shit together.
Spoonful of mayonnaise and a shot of vodka. Like, it's stuff that complements it. So
Hey, you
if we're
never
doing
know.
bad,
I mean, vodka's pretty basic, or mayonnaise is pretty basic. It might actually like soothe the palate.
oh my god,
after
here
drink.
we go.
I'm gonna write that down. Hang on, I'm gonna grab this.
Like, who just fucking eats mayonnaise out of the? There's probably some weird.
I was gonna say, don't say that because I'm sure exists someone.
I mean, people actually really do love like mayonnaise and like Lay's potato chips. That's an actual thing. I've never got into it. I'm not gonna hate on it because I always say life's too short to not dip things and stuff.
I mean, people eat hummus with a spoon. I can't have it.
I can see that.
It's too like salsa-y, and I couldn't eat salsa with a spoon, so like I probably couldn't.
I eat salsa like this right out of the fucking jar.
Proof or it didn't happen. I don't believe your ass.
I'm all out of salsa. I just chugged it all. No, I've done it a few times. You know what I'll do it is when I get to the very bottom of the jar and my fat fucking hand can't fit all the way in the jar and I don't have a bowl, so I'll eat a chip and just dump some salsa in my mouth. It's not.
I'm not gonna lie. I have
a fucking job done.
I'm not gonna lie. Like if a jar has like a little bit of shit on the side from like nacho cheese sauce or whatever, or like like the queso dip, I'll like stick my tongue in there. I'll be like trying to get like the last bit of it out because you can't pour it out, so you're like
yeah.
So
it's rough out there.
I have no pride when it comes to trying to get the last little bit of food.
Yeah, I mean it's tough out there in chips and dip land. The struggle is real, and we're out here trying to combat that.
What they need to invent? Okay, so before anything, instead of a jar, they need to invent a jar that's shaped like a bowl, so it like flanges out. So when you pop it open, you can get to every little corner of that jar instead of having to reach your fat fucking hands. Because like 90% of the population has to go like this just to reach in the last little bit. It's annoying. So
it's disgusting. It's all over your arm and everything.
Oh yeah, and then you have to like lick your knuckles and shit. So
it's terrible. I wanted to do you know, like pasta sauce in a jar. How there's always like a good amount left that you just cannot get to, and it's such a waste.
Yeah.
So I want them to make it in a plastic bag so you can just squeeze all of it out.
You know, I did find something like kind of easy to get a lot of it out is have you ever seen like the little like things they use to mix cakes with, like the little rubber spatulas or whatever?
Yeah.
If you find a really small one, you can get in there and get like probably a solid
right.
2 ounces out. So like it works pretty well.
There's so much shit in the bottom of those jars. I hate it. I'm like,
and it works. I mean, like, yeah, your hands get a little dirty, but I mean, you end up getting almost 2 ounces of sauce out of it. And you mean like
I'm not here to look good. I'm here to eat fucking salsa, right? I don't give a shit how dirty my hands get.
Anyway, so let's get past the salsa and sauce thing. I'm sorry I kept us on it.
We really went down that fucking chips and dip rabbit hole there. We went in hard.
So what were we talking about? Wine. That's right. The one thing I've been drinking this whole time. Okay,
literally the one thing we're doing this entire episode.
So what do you got on your wine so far? Do you have a good assessment on it?
Yeah. It's very sweet. It's sweet to the point where it's almost like a juice. And I think, to me, I like the drier reds because that's what's distinguishable about it.
Yeah.
About being a wine instead of just like, all right, this could be juice or this. I like that little dry, the little hit you get.
Yeah, and I get that.
This is really good wine. I paid $14 for a regular 750 ml bottle. But anything local, you're generally going to pay more because it's not like your fucking Lindmans or your Yellowtail or your bullshit.
Bully Hill goes for $9.99.
Oh, all $3 fucking
and they got difference. Cheaper ones because Bully Hill sells boxed wine versions, and they go for they go for like $7.99. They got no Bully Hill should be our sponsor because they're like, yeah, we can do nice things at a cheaper price. You know what I mean? Like they could do nice things at a cheaper price. That's like exactly right up our alley.
Well, this was one of the fancier bottles on the whole shelf.
Oh well, that's your fault then.
No, I'm not complaining. I'm saying like I wanted to get a good local wine. And still $14. So if I'm gonna sit here and get fucking shit faced on wine, this isn't the bottle I'm buying. You know, I'm
Yeah, that's
buying
like
a box of Franzia.
that would probably be a good one to have after like a really hearty like red meat meal. I've noticed a lot of sweet wines complement
Really?
red
Is
meat
that
with like as like a post drink, not something you drink during, but like
yeah?
sweeter wines tend to go with red meat more, I guess.
Well, because the sweeter also goes with dessert.
Yeah.
So that's so. There was a really cool looking blueberry wine I wanted to try, and it was a straight up dessert wine. They're like,
Ooh, I can't do.
drink this after dinner.
I've never been a sweets guy. Like I'll take like one bite of chocolate and I'm good for an entire year. So
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm not like if you told me I could never have a fucking piece of candy again, I probably wouldn't care. But let me tell you what, if there's a bag of fucking Reese's, your boy's eating the whole damn thing.
No, that is my weakness. I love Reese's Pieces. I love the big ass thick Reese's. I like the stuff with it, and I love the ones that have like the Reese's Pieces in them. Like
I have one of those I have one of those in my room right now. Liv came over this morning and she got me a sandwich, and it's funny because she loves Reese's. She's like a Reese's fanatic. So what she'll do is she'll get one for herself, the Reese's Big Cup, and then she'll get me a Reese's Big Cup with the Reese's Pieces in it, and she'll do that because she doesn't like those. She doesn't like the Reese's Pieces in it, so that way it stops her from eating mine too. So she gets me the one that she doesn't like, so that she doesn't, just be like, well, here we go.
See, I go for the ones that have like the Reese's Pieces in them.
Me
like
too.
they're so freaking good.
I like the Reese's Pieces one, and I like the peanut one. It all depends what.
Oh yeah, the ones that have like the little like chopped up peanuts or whatever.
Yeah, they actually have like peanuts in there.
I've only had that a handful of times, but that one is really good. I do gotta say. And
I'm gonna say, my official verdict is it's a little too sweet for me.
A little too sweet.
Too sweet.
As far as like flavor goes, like I mean, leaving out the sweetness aside and everything, like, does it like outwardly taste bad, or is it just kind of like a normal...
No. It tastes good. I don't know enough about wine to properly assess it. It's good.
Yeah.
I would never turn a glass of this away. And I probably would. Do you like sweet?
I'm not a big actually the wine I'm drinking right now, I do like the semi-dry, where it's
I like the semi-dry also,
where the sweet is there, but it's still gonna be more on the dry side. You can feel it in your mouth, you can feel it in your throat. It's got that sharpness to it. I'll always side a little bit more with the semi-dries. Dry wines, I like Pinot Grigio, but so did that's like the entry-level wine, so it's not one of those things where like you really can say like, oh yeah, I love Pinot Grigio, it's my favorite wine. I'm like, yeah, it's just what that everyone's tried at least once in their life.
I probably have had it.
Yeah. It's like
it's
like the super dry mellow white wine.
Okay, so I think I like a sweeter white wine, but a drier red wine. I feel like that's my preference.
Yeah, dry red wines do taste pretty good. I can't even think of one off the top of my head.
I don't know the names of any wines. I think
Cabernet Sauvignon is.
Oh yes, sweet.
Oh wait,
Ow!
I'm pretty sure it's Cabernet Sauvignon or whatever. Let me look it up. Pinot Noir is a funny.
We're just rattling off random wine names right now. I do.
It is Cabernet. Cabernet Sauvignon is the one I wanted to talk to you. I wanted to say would be something I think, but you might like, because its main combos are beef and stew and ribeye and venison and ahi tuna and stuff like that. Tomatoes, broccoli, lavender, stuff like that, tomato sauce. So it's like a little bit more on like the heartier side, but it's definitely on the drier side of everything too.
And that's what I was kind of hoping with this. I think, and now hear me out. This is why I had this idea in my head that this was going to be like a pretty dry, robust wine, because at 19.5% alcohol, it's tough to mask that. That's a lot of alcohol. So to go the sweet route on that and still be pretty able to mask the alcohol, that's I'm impressed.
So if you're like a sweet wine drinker, that would be something you'd recommend?
if you're a sweet wine drinker who likes to get drunk, yeah, I would definitely, I'd recommend it. I don't know enough about it. It's local. I like it because it's local.
So if you're a mom that likes sweet wine, if you're a sweet wine
Yeah,
drinker that likes to get drunk, a mom that drinks sweet wines.
pretty much. Yeah, as long as as long as the kids are home from school, you don't got to go driving anywhere.
Yeah, no, God forbid,
crack one of
don't
these.
don't drink and parent at the same time.
Yeah,
That's something I want to get into
Wait
eventually.
wait till the kids are asleep to get drunk. That's parental advice from someone who doesn't have kids or want kids.
And God forbid, don't let them watch Game of Thrones.
No, force them to watch Game of Thrones.
Oh God, I don't want to expose children to boobs and flopping penis. Like,
Big. were there dicks in Game of Thrones?
yeah, there were.
Game of...
Yeah, there was there was a whole like
maybe I just like blocked it out of my memory.
there was like a whole scene where like he walks out of his tent like butt ass naked. Like, I mean, they're straight up like, I don't remember, like the first
Too
guy
busy staring at his dick.
Yeah, I know. I mean, like, he had a nice looking taint, I guess.
All right, so moving on from this one. All right, enough Game of Thrones.
Yeah, no, yeah,
talk.
we should never bring up Game of Thrones in here. That's like the first commandment of Half Past Broke. Thou shalt not talk about Game of Thrones.
I thought it was. Don't bring up politics.
One it ended. Well, no,
Game of Thrones.
One it ended terribly, and two, there's a lot of like inappropriate things.
Oh yeah, definitely a lot of titties flopping everywhere.
Yeah, well, there became less and less titties too, so I think that's also a sin. That should be like the sub command of the first commandment.
Yeah.
Don't watch later parts of Game of Thrones because there's less titties.
Less titties. Okay. All right. We're moving right along.
And we're walking.
Yeah.
Okay, so overall, like, I mean, going through this wine, what would you give it, like, your personal opinion out of 10?
I haven't even had 10 different kinds of wines in my life. I couldn't even put together a scale. It's good. It's
I mean,
not
like,
bad.
I'm not talking
it's
about
drinkable.
like
It's got high alcohol. It's sweet. If it was a little more dry, because it does have a strange flavor that I can't really identify right now.
and now what I mean, like 0 through 10, I'm like, as an alcohol drinker, what would you give it? Like, where would you put it on like the drinking scale? Like, if you were to go out and have something to drink and look to try to get drunk, like, where would you put it on the alcohol scale?
If I was gonna go out and everyone was drinking wine, I'd prefer something like this. If I could find something like this a little more dry, then that would be my go-to.
Gewürztraminer.
The Wiener?
High alcohol content, white wine, a little on the sweeter side, but not quite too sweet. So, I think I like it.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I would, in a situation where everyone's having wine and I'm just, to pair it with a meal or something, it is sweet. I don't think I would have it with my dinner.
Yeah.
But I also would not drink this to get drunk. I also would not drink this to, like, I don't know. You know what? Maybe a nice one big glass of this while you're sitting around watching TV after the night's over and everything, and you're just ready because it's got the alcohol in it it's big. So like one pint glass. How classy am I? Just drink a pint glass of wine.
So so you'd put it like at maybe like a 1 or a 2 on the alcohol scale, where it wouldn't be something you'd seek out to like try to get your buzz on, kind of thing. Like,
I'd put it higher than that.
Do you see it as more like an alcohol or as more of like a social drink?
Definitely a social drink, but that's just how I view wine.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, I've had wine where it's like, oh hell yeah, this is an alcohol. Like, this is something I would drink to get myself to a certain level.
No, I don't. I mean, let's be honest here. If times are tough, I'm drinking cooking wine. You got.
I'll never forget that day.
Oh my god, that was so bad. I actually did drink cooking wine. No, I like it. I like it, and the more I drink it, I think it was kind of like a shock to me because I really wasn't sure what to expect.
Yeah.
Well, I had an idea in my head what I was expecting, and it was vastly different. So
yeah, I've had those moments where I'm thinking one thing, and like the second I try it, it's completely something else, and I'm just wasn't ready for.
Yeah.
It ruins my first taste of something. Like, for example, the Goose Island that we talked about in the last episode, I had the cucumber lime mint. I expected it to kind of taste like cucumber water, and it kind of tasted a little bit more like a sour cucumber, so it tasted like pickle. And at first, I didn't like it. I was like, "Oh God, this is just
Oh
awful."
yeah, because it catches you off guard.
So, like as I kept drinking it, because I don't waste $5.99 12 packs of beer. So, so because I kept drinking it, I'm like, "Oh, this isn't bad. I could drink more of this." So yeah.
The more I'm drinking, I could definitely get on board with this as all right, so when we drink beer, we're crushing them, right? We're just cranking.
Oh
beers.
yeah, I know.
But with this is literally something. If I was by myself and I, instead of just having like, at like the end of the day, or whatever, you just crack a beer open.
Yeah.
I feel like this would be a good replacement for that because of it's. I'm gonna say smoother, super high alcohol content, so you catch a buzz. So if you're just looking to have like one drink, this is the jam. If you're just going out for one drink, this is
so like helps you kind of pace yourself almost.
Yeah, but it is sweet though, so I can definitely see this getting away from you.
Yeah, if you like the sweet stuff.
It's really 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 smooth.
Oh, cool.
There's nothing in there that would indicate to me that it would be a devastating almost 20% alcohol. It's good though. It's sweet, it's smooth. It's just not my favorite,
Yeah.
I feel like I can find something I like better.
It doesn't really like
coincide
with your taste, I guess, is the best way to put it.
That's my final review on it. It's a good wine. Sweet, smooth, strong as hell. Just not what I was looking for.
Fair enough. That's fair. I like that assessment, especially because it's not like, yes, it has a nice body and everything.
I don't
like
know,
you're not trying to be like a cocky asshole, even though you don't know shit.
It does taste a little thin, which is where I kind of associate that with the sweet wine, because it's more like juice. It's a pretty thin wine. It's not like a heavy, dark. It's like a light, clearish, which you would normally associate with. Oh, geez, I almost knocked the whole fucking bottle over.
Oh, yeah, I saw you like. Oh, you're on your second glass. I mean, there you go.
Oh, it was like my third one.
Oh,
it's
really?
tough to. I mean, I'm about half the bottle down. I don't know if you can see.
Yeah, I can kind of see. You're like, it looks like you're just about,
almost around half.
I will say I started drinking this when we started the show.
Oh, did you? I was holding it off. Oh wow, yeah, you're almost done.
So on to I guess so with that I would say this is actually a really good wine. Like this is way better than I expected it to be. Granted, it's not like 19% alcohol, but I see the word white wine and I kind of get that idea of it being like the cheap, like you're just trying to pick up that like 99-cent little Chardonnay from a box or whatever. So like, and I kind of had that image of Bully Hill in my head. I always thought it was like the Genesee of the wine world. But I will say, like Genesee, it surprised me in a big way.
Nice.
It says white wine, so obviously I can't tell you it's like a Riesling or a Pinot Grigio or anything.
I don't know.
But I will say this: it is really good. Like I can't stop drinking this for 10.
Can we name this episode "World's Worst Wine Reviews"? We're like, I'm like, Eric, what do you think about it? I'm like, I don't know shit about wine. It's all right.
This is how hardcore alcoholics review wine. Oh, I really like this because I'm drinking it a lot. I really like this because it has 19% alcohol.
Yeah. I mean, it's a really great wine if you're trying to get fucked up. I will say this though. Stain my white shirt.
I will say this. I will say this though. Do not drink wine after you've had a beer because wine will keep you from burping. So all you feel is like that feeling of that you need to burp, but you can't push that burp out.
Pop a Zantac.
What?
I don't know. That's my solution to everything. I'm 30 years old. I need Zantac all the time. I'm like, oh no, had a burger. Better pop a Zantac before I puke in my sleep.
Oh my god. Oh, jeez.
Oh my god. What? Ladies and gentlemen, I have no go with this, but I'm going to tell you right now, it's not going to be. I saw the look in his eyes where he was questioning whether he should say it, right? Oh so we're going to berate him until he spits it out.
Okay. Okay, so last night I had I had a bunch of IPAs, and then I had a sub, like a big 12-inch sub, and I shouldn't really be eating bread. Like it gives me like horrendous like bowel problems.
Well, yeah, celiac disease. You gluten free.
No, it just I don't know. It's just
You're just a pussy.
I guess I guess. So I ate this like 12-inch sub and drank like 6 IPAs.
Fuck yeah. That's my. Did you puke it up?
So I'm
What are you laughing at?
so I'm laying in bed and I'm like dead asleep and I wake up to the most horrendous smell I have ever smelled in my entire life. Dude, I farted myself awake.
Alright,
I Dutch ovened myself.
That's oh my goodness!
I
Like
I had to do a mercy killing on myself so I wouldn't make my wife smell it. I went out and slept.
I grabbed the blankets, get her under there.
No, I wouldn't give this to my worst enemy. Like honestly, I take mustard gas over that. That was so horrendously bad. Like my eyes, I woke up, my eyes were watering, my nose was running, my mouth was drilling. I'm like,
you probably should see a doctor.
Oh my god! And it happened like throughout the rest of the night. Like I had to fart into a fan to get it away from me.
You're not okay. Stop it. Get some help. You need a doctor.
As I was about to bring it up, I'm like, wait, should I even say this?
I know. I saw the look in your eyes, and I'm like, you better say it.
I'm like, shit, I brought it up.
Yeah. Oh, too late now. You're done.
Oh my god.
So, all right, real quick. To kind of wrap up the wine thing, scale of 1 to 10.
All right.
Yours. What do you think yours would be?
Well, as a man reaches the last drop of the bottle that he drank half an hour ago, or that he opened half an hour ago, I gotta say, I would put this way higher than I would have half an hour ago when I was originally about to open it. When I looked at it and I saw white table wine, like I was like, it's probably just one of those wines you drink to like, drink wine or whatever, and it's cheap, it has alcohol in it, whatever. But oh, finally it burped. I really like it. I would give it probably, as far as like a drinkability goes, like I would put it on par with like a lager, like a cheap lager, like Budweiser, as far as drinkability goes. Like, I'm not saying taste-wise, because this shit tastes like 1,000 times better than Budweiser.
Oh, yeah.
But as far as drinkability goes, like, I could pound this like I could, like, a Budweiser.
Can you really?
Oh, yeah.
Because I think that this is like I love how I say, I'm like, oh, just one glass and I'm done. I'm almost polished off the bottle. But, like,
yeah, I mean, like...
I can't see myself, like, like an anime next. I can't see us tailgating and drinking all like, but and not just because of the aesthetic of it, just because like,
yeah,
it's mine's too sweet, and I feel like that would kind of get to my stomach a little bit after like a couple of glasses.
I will break this down into 3 different categories and average them together. Drinkability, definitely a 10. Like I could drink this shit like no problem. It's like drinking Budweiser, drinking water.
Oh, ew. Is it cold or?
Oh no, yeah, no, it's really cold.
Okay, good.
I'm not saying
mine room temperature.
I'm not saying it tastes like water. I'm just saying it kind of goes down smooth like water, but it has like that dryness, so you feel it in your throat a little bit. It's on your tongue a little bit.
That's what I'm missing from this wine.
Flavor wise, way better than I thought it would be. Like, no offense to Bully Hill, I've had good Bully Hill wine,
but you guys are fucking shitty.
No, I've had really good Bully Hill wine. I've been to a tasting with them before. However, when you see the word table wine on the side of your light, like when you see the word goat white wine and in like in little tiny ass letters table wine, you tend to be a little nervous. It was a little blurry, but you tend to be.
I know. I'm trying.
You tend to be a little nervous when you see wine stuff like that. It's like,
let me see the bottle. Let me see your bottle again, because I'm gonna bring a whole different category into this. Is that their logo, or is that? That's
the logo for this specific wine.
Okay, cool. I like that. You know what? The art is really cool on that.
Yeah, it's called goat white wine.
That's what drew me to this. Well, Liv saw this first. it's just the whole like
Yeah.
it looks good. It looks badass. It looks like something that I would want to drink.
It looks like a D&D art, honestly.
Yeah, and because it has the I guess it's supposed to be the Jersey Devil.
Oh, like the team?
No, there's like a whole like lore and everything.
Oh, well,
about the devil, and the devil lives in New Jersey or something like that.
Oh yeah, and then he went down to Georgia.
He lives in the Pine Barrens.
Then he went down to Georgia.
And didn't he like lose like some fiddle match and lost his fiddle match?
Yeah, man, like a 20,000 carat gold fiddle. Like I mean, yeah,
that's so fucked.
Freaking Johnny was sitting golden at.
Yeah,
pretty, yeah.
Johnny.
You play sitting on that sitting there playing that. I don't remember. It's been a while.
Playing a fiddle and playing it hot.
Yeah, so it's playing that fiddle and playing it hot, something like that. Charlie Daniels is an awesome composer, songwriter, whatever. But whatever.
Fuck it. Moving on. Forget I brought it up.
Back to this. Like I said, 10 out of 10 drinkability. Like it's like drinking water, drinking Budweiser, drinking the really smooth stuff. 6 out of 10 for flavor, just because it's basic. It went too middle of the road. It's a semi-dry, but it's kind of like a semi-sweet, semi-dry. So it's very much just like, you want to know what wine tastes like? This is what wine tastes like. This is like the most basic definition of wine taste, which is good. I mean, that's awesome. I can't give it a high score for that. 6 out of 10, I say. Like it gets a D plus or a D minus, whatever, D. As far as recommendation goes, just the fact that it's Bully Hill, I would give it an 8 out of 10. I really like Bully Hill.
Are you reading off a spreadsheet on how to rate wines?
No, I'm looking at the bottle.
All right, because you're like,
well, I'm just like
recommendations.
I like Bully Hill. Bully Hill has always been a good like company winery.
What do they do? I've never heard of. I know I've heard of Bully Hill, but I haven't heard of Bully Hill Winery.
Bully Hill Winery is like, it's like I said, it's an hour away from me. It's on Cayuga Lake, on the south end of Cayuga Lake. They just make wine. They have a huge ass vineyard. They're really good. I really like them. I've liked other wines that they've had. I can't really remember off the top of my head some of the names of them, but they do have like their reserves, and they have their good stuff, and then but they're not afraid to be like, yeah, we make box wine too. You want better box wine than that freaking crap that you buy at the store for $1?
Franzia,
that's the one I was thinking of. Yes, thank you.
The lowest. I love it.
Bully Hill box.
I mean,
well, you love the fact that it can get you drunk fast.
Exactly, and it's in a box, and you can just like sit it right here and just like.
Oh my god! So when I was living in the barracks, I needed something to drink, but I needed a lot to drink because I wanted to get drunk, but I didn't have a lot of money. So I found a Franzia thing of rosé because it had the highest alcohol content. I don't have any cups in the barracks. Why would I need cups? So I'm sitting there.
Why would you?
So I'm sitting there.
Like, do you have to like?
You're basically sitting in a little tiny room. It's like just a place to sleep, and I had a computer set up in there and everything. But I was playing ESO. This was right around the time ESO came out, and I remember specifically I was playing Elder Scrolls Online with a box wine sitting on my desk right next to me, and every time I needed to take a drink, I'd pick up the box wine, crack open the thing, go. And put it down. That's how I drank it, the entire thing right to empty, because I didn't have cups. Oh my God. So like, yeah.
I feel like I've been in a very similar situation with a very similar drink and a very similar game, except I tried to class it up a little bit by using a plastic cup. So
well, at least you didn't have to like throw your head back to get it like a freaking like turkey trying to get rainwater. Oh.
Is that it? That's the comparison you came up with?
You ever seen a turkey try to drink rainwater?
No,
it's funny.
I haven't. That's not a very relatable analogy.
I'm sorry, I went Sandy Cheeks on that analogy. I'll be faster than a rabbit on a hot sir, or whatever it is she says in SpongeBob. Anyway, we'll move on past that one. Yeah. So all in all, I'd probably say give it about an average. It's a 7 out of 10 wine. It really
nice.
Is. Like
that's a high score in alcoholic beverage, if you ask me.
Yeah, I mean, I rarely give 10 out of 10s. I really give 9 out of 10s. But you know, as long as I can drink it and I enjoy it enough to make it through the entire bottle in 40 minutes, um, it's not gonna get anything less than 7.
Yeah, I feel that. I really wish I liked mine more. And you know what? I can't stress this enough. It is a good wine. It's
Yeah.
just too sweet for
Oh
me.
no, I get that. Like it's a personal preference thing, is where it
Yeah,
kind of stops at.
it's just it's thin, it's sweet, it's smooth. It's
Yeah.
honestly, it's just not what I'm looking for in a wine.
That's
As
understandable.
as I continue chugging it, I'm like, oh,
It's not
still
what I'm
really
looking for in
good.
a wine, except for the 20%. I'm gonna try to find
Mm,
that. So,
that's what I'm looking for in a wine.
yeah, that about wraps up. I mean, we spent an entire 40 minutes just to say what we felt about our wines that we were drinking.
Whoa!
I will say in the future,
I still got a couple more things I want to talk.
oh,
Not wine related.
but before that, I will say like just to wrap up the wine thing. If you allow me to have the last word, is that all right? It's 2 seconds. 2 seconds. In the future, I will try more Bully Hill, and I will report back to you some Bully Hill stuff that I do enjoy when I have more time to look for it. I kind of did this a little last minute, so. Anyway, what did you get for us, Eric, in the last 5 minutes of our little
No,
spiel?
that was it. I guess nothing.
You got nothing? Come on.
No, I'm kidding. The wine was great. I'm excited that like I actually learned about wine.
Yeah.
And I'm excited to like just try new wines and everything. It's a really cool like cultural thing and everything. You know, it's just a nice experience to learn about different areas and why certain fruits grow better in other areas, and I just really like the worldwide aspect of it. But moving along from the wine topic, I did actually get more information on the community garden. Remember I was telling you about that?
Yeah, I did. I asked you about it the other day, and I think I like kind of got distracted. And I never like followed up with you. But yeah, let me know what you got.
Yeah. So I was hanging out with the guy who actually got the whole community garden up and running. I was talking to him about it. It's really cool, like, just the way he wanted to get everything. He just wanted community garden and like all the routes he had to go to get it. I asked him, for the prices, and I guess they have a large plot and a small plot. For a small plot, maybe like 6x10, something like that.
That's not bad at all, actually.
No,
It's like our whole raised bed.
something like that. Don't quote me on that exact size, but something around that size. It's $25 for the season. I don't know exactly what season, like what is there a difference between like fall, winter, summer, spring, and
There are
a growing season?
there are early summer crops where like if you plant at the same time as everything else, it'll grow and be like strawberries. Strawberries are a good example. Strawberries are perennials. They'll pop up once a year, like midsummer, and then they're gone. But they only grow that one time a year, so there's like a certain specific time that certain things will actually like come to fruition, will germinate, blah blah blah. Tomatoes grow pretty quickly. Tomatoes
I really want to make tomatoes,
but like season, I think they go by like it depends like on how you identify a season as. Like seasons will be like either like like the earliest vegetables, which are usually like the beginning of summer. Like wild raspberries are usually coming out right around now, if not in a couple weeks. So there's kind of those seasons. So it really just, I guess it depends on how you define season. That might be a little different for everyone.
That's what I want to talk to him about more, is because honestly, $25 for a season, that's amazing. Like what's that's nothing. And to have all and
that's like $75 a year. Sorry, I'll go ahead.
Are there 4 seasons?
I'm thinking of harvest seasons.
That's what I wanted to know. I wanted to know if there's different.
As far as harvest seasons go, like I said, I think there's like 3. As far as how many I've ever done, I've usually harvest 3 different times a year, so that's so $75 a year.
Well, and to me, it's not even just the plot that's so worth it. It's the fact that it is a community garden, so you're gonna be there with other people who know what the fuck they're doing. They have a whole huge shed. They have, they have tools. They have water. They have irrigation systems. So like on every line of it's not automatic irrigation, but they have hoses. They have multiple hoses set up.
Yeah.
So, so you can just hit your plot real quick. It's really, really cool. And everything, I like the fact that it's community driven. So, you're meeting people, you're gaining information from a person who's actually there growing. You're not Googling some shit like, oh, what grows best. No, you're there like with people growing in this town, in this soil, like, at the same time as you. So you can see like what results they're getting. And if you're in a community garden, you're there to learn and teach. I'm assuming you're probably not going to go there and ignore everyone because it's a community garden.
Well, when you think about it, it's like everyone has a common interest. I mean, there's literally basis for conversation there. It's not like you're walking up to someone on a subway. Like you have, there's like a cornerstone there that you have in common. So it makes it really easier to just kind of walk into a conversation, be like, "Yo, what are you growing? Like, are you doing any weeding lately? Like, what kind of weeds have you seen lately? Like stuff like that." We have a big problem with mint this year. But mint has been running rampant in my garden.
The what?
Mint plants. Yeah. Mint grows rampant. And like I swear to God, I don't know where it came from. Last year it kind of sat on the outside of the garden, but somehow it like came into our garden and got into our raised beds, and now it's like all over the place. So now we have to like pull these mint plants. So I'm drying them right now and I'm gonna use them for tea and stuff like that.
Nice. One time when I was like in high school, me and my friends, we tried to make menthol cigarettes by rolling mint in with tobacco.
As soon as you said tried to make menthol, I'm like,
we're like, what do cigarettes and everything? I'm like, this is menthol, same thing. We're rolling it there, but it's horrible. It was like toothpaste.
Oh God,
yeah,
that's awful.
That was my little story. So I am going to be getting more information on the community garden. I'm in direct contact with the guy who runs it. Awesome dude.
Yeah, don't you go bike riding with him?
Yeah, I ride bikes with him. We do big community bike rides. I was actually just out on one last night. And I was like, I'm like, you're the one who's responsible for this whole community garden? He's like, yeah. Very, very modest. Not like, yeah, I fucking did this shit. It was just like, I was like, you did all this? Like, you got all this done? He's like, yeah. That's very, very, very nice, dude.
That's pretty awesome. I hate to cut off this conversation because like this could probably go on for another hour, but we do need to wrap it up right now. So I will.
So we're hold on. We're gonna wrap it up because we're too poor to afford.
Yeah, let me put.
We're too poor to afford WeTransfer Plus, so we can only send files of 2 gigabytes or less to each other. So anything over an hour, we can't afford to send because then we got to pay for the premium package.
As soon as we hit an hour, we're like, okay, we got 5 minutes to wrap this up and go. So like, share, subscribe. Check us out on Discord. Last episode we said we would have it on there, but we didn't. So this episode we definitely will. I'll make sure that the link ends up in the description. The links are also.
I put the links in the description for the last.
Oh, did you? I didn't see it. Okay. Anyway,
come on.
Regardless, okay.
I saw that you dropped the ball.
Oh, I sent you the description.
You sent me the description, and I went in there, and I
stopped
the Discord link.
Okay. Okay, so
all right, yeah.
check out Discord, check out Twitch, check out Twitter, check out Instagram. Instagram will have a little bit more of Eric's stuff, and same with Twitter. I'm not really like big on the social media, so that's more his thing.
I try to keep it like you and me stuff. Like I don't use it at all.
Yeah, I'm trying my best. I'll try my best to like send you videos and pictures and stuff like throughout the day. So past that, I know we're kind of rushing through the end, but I think we have like a minute and a half before we're not gonna be able to like send this out. Right. So
unless you want to donate $12.99 a month to us so we can get our WeTransfer Plus.
Yeah, check out our Twitch because Twitch has a donate page now. Definitely.
Basically, give us your money.
Yeah, give us your money so we can bring you more laughs. Like when I was crying laughing about farting in my sleep. Anyway,
Yeah,
so if you
it
want
was
more
awkward
sleep,
for all of
if
us.
you want more sleep farting and Eric drinking sweet wine, check out Half Past Broke on almost every forum except for Facebook. So
True.
thank you for hanging out with us. Bye, y'all.
Bye.